This is James Bond. He's been in sick bay for several weeks now, and I'm not making any progress with him. He's had antibiotics. He's been on liquid calcium, and I'm just not really getting anywhere. Nothing seems to be making any difference. So, here's my thoughts. I've been struggling with rickets, or better known as splayed legs in my chicks, for 4 breeding seasons now. I started using this liquid calcium to combat it, and two things have been happening that go in opposite directions. I can save any splayed chick by putting their parents on that liquid calcium in their drinking water. In 48 hours, I can turn around completely without even having to tape their legs if they're young enough. If they're over 2 weeks, you do have to tape their legs, but it'll turn it around. But the frequency of... Now, I've been giving that to all of my birds as a regular supplement on a weekly basis for a year or more. But this frequency of the splayed legs in the chicks, and this last breeding season with the hens laying few eggs, only 5 eggs instead of 6 or 7, and eggs, and this time around I had 3 hens laying eggs that were soft, no shell. And I'm beginning to think that this liquid calcium is not what I need, because their calcium deficiency seems to be getting worse instead of better. So I'm going to pull it. What I suspect is happening is the liquid calcium is immediately bioavailable, so it floods their bloodstream with calcium, and it tells their bodies, you don't need to store any of this. You have way too much calcium. Just go ahead and poop it all out. So while I'm giving it to them, they are functional. Everything is fine, but their bodies are not storing any calcium in their bones because their bloodstream is already flush with it. So I'm going to pull it. I'm stopping them completely. They have their calcium today, and it's the last day. I'm also doing that all in my flight cages as well. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with these guys because they've been on it full bore, and I've found if you pull calcium completely off of chicks when they've been on it full blast since they hatched, things don't go well. So I'm going to back them off it more slowly. Everybody else has been, down to 1 or 2 days a week, and I'm just going to pull them off it completely. I've got 3 months until breeding season, and I'm hoping they're going to start building up some calcium in their bones. So when breeding season comes along, I won't have this ridiculous, splayed legs rickets thing happening in 1 out of 2 nests, which is ridiculous. It shouldn't be that bad. So they got their mineral blocks. They got their their cuttle bones. They got a seed cup that has oyster shell and crushed eggs, chicken egg shell, and calcium enriched grit, and they've got everything they need, so hopefully that will take care of the problem. I think what James Bond is doing is chronic calcium deficiency. But keeping him on the liquid calcium defeats the purpose, if I'm correct, because it's not allowing him to store any calcium. It keeps him going, but it never allows him to get better. To rectify the situation, his body gets tricked into not doing exactly what it needs to do. So, we'll see how that goes. I could be completely wrong. But all I know is I've had a chronic calcium deficiency problem going, and the liquid calcium is not helping. After a year of regular use, it just isn't working. So, it's going away.